So if you have a candle, you can light it. If you don't have a candle, don't worry, because you'll just use one mentally in your imagination. You'll light a candle, and sometimes that's even better because you can light really elaborate candles in your mind. They could be anything you can imagine. They can be candelabras, or it can be just a simple candle. And this just holds the intention and the energy of what we're doing. In this feelings meditation, in this holding of the wound, allowing this to come forward for healing. So if you've lit your candle, then just get yourself organized in your space. Let yourself be up and down, straight up in your spine if you can be. Because it's different laying down, right, than sitting up. You want the chakras to be vertical, right? Because that's, from our point of view, that's how the energy reconnects. When we're laying down, it has a different effect. Not bad, it's just different. This is much more precise, right? So we want that alignment of the chakras, of the base at the base and the crown at the crown, right? So when you're ready to, just close your eyes and feel yourself come into this time and space. Putting all these ideas down that I even mentioned to touch into what you're sensing, what you're knowing, what you've been feeling in the last days as we come to the full moon. The full moon is a 5-day cycle, and we're right at it tomorrow. The full moon will be exact at 11:37 a.m. It's a super moon, which just means it's closer to the earth and pretty much imperceptible to the eye. But this is technically the biggest super moon of the year. But it's just about the relationship between the moon and the earth, and there's a wobble right in the earth. So every year there's about 3 bigger moons as it comes a little bit closer and a little bit farther, but you don't really see it with your eye, yet it has an intensity. And so when the moon is a little closer, the tides are a little higher, right? You'll have bigger waves. If you're a surfer, you would know. Bigger waves inside ourselves as well. Bigger emotions inside ourselves. We're basically water bodies. More than 70% water our body is. So we're affected by those tides also, of the pull, of the orbit, of the gravity of the moon and the earth. And so just seeing what you're sensing and letting yourself, with your breath, quieten yourself down, coming into the moment and landing into your heart center. So I'm going to ask it like this before we go into the deep part of the meditation. Is another way to phrase this wounding idea. Maybe you can say it like this: what am I working on right now? That's very Capricorn, right? To say it from that point of view. What am I working on right now? Now when we say work, of course, our mind goes right to work, and sometimes it actually is that. Maybe our work is spiritual in some way or connected to our purpose. But it's also, what are you sort of tinkering with inside yourself? What are you building inside yourself? Right? What are you making? Right? And where is it getting kind of stymied? Maybe by insecurity, by sensitivities, or hurt feelings, or not believing in ourselves. Things like that. So what am I building? Let's ask that first. And as you're just sort of setting this up, feel the heart center. Recognize everyone. All these heart lights that are here in this particular right now meditation. All these heart lights around the world, because at the full moon, everyone can see it. It's before time, right? Before clocks, before measuring things of devices like this, we used the sky was our clock, was our seasons, right? And so many millions are meditating today and tomorrow and the next day already, and you can link up, even if it's not in, they're not meditating right when we are, although there's going to be many that are meditating right when we are. We're all linking to the same energy stream because we're all one. There's a one life, and you can feel that linkage. I work with groups of people that we work in group meditation together, and some of them are at different parts of the planet, and I work in groups of 3s and 9s and 12s and all kinds of different configurations and hundreds too. But when I'm in smaller groups, like under 9 or so, I can feel if somebody meditated this morning in our group that touched into the meditation already, and I can feel that some haven't quite yet, right? I can feel it. We can feel that if we want to. And so there's all of these conscious souls on the planet that are living in an awareness of a conscious life. And so feel that heart connection with kindred souls everywhere, heart to heart in our group, heart to heart in the greater group, and even in the greater group that is not even in form, right? That abstract group. You can sense all this light of awareness in this meditation now. So, from the heart center, send a line of light now to the head center. And feel it just go rip, instant. Like a silvery thread from the heart to the heart of the head center. Making that link. Making that link. And then also sensing the overlighting soul just above, through the chakra of the crown, just above the body line. The overlighting soul point, the heart of the soul. So from the heart to the heart head center to the heart of the soul, feel this mechanism of these 3 points. And sort of the mantra of these 3 points is, I am the soul incarnate. I am the soul in form. I am the soul in form. And just realizing that as a fact. As a fact. I am the soul in form. And keeping your positioning in the head center, feeling that line of light continue upward through all the masters and all the teachers that have become before you and that are here now and that are coming. Sensing these more points of light that lift us even higher. All the way through the heart of the sun, all the way to the heart of Sirius. And just feel that alignment now. Just like we know the chakras, the first chakra is at the base of the spine, the second chakra is at the navel. These are points like outer chakras in a sense, but they're also of our self plus humanity. So they're like expansive chakras in a sense. And you can sense as you go up that line from the heart to the heart of the head center, to the heart of the soul, to the heart of the masters and teachers, to the heart of the sun, to the heart of Sirius. You can sense like which ones are more awake than others, just like we can sense on our chakras which are more awake than others. Or if they're all just humming away, humming along. And just see what you notice about these, we call them stations, these points of awareness. Meanwhile, taking your seat in the heart of the head center like a pilot in a cockpit. And from this place we'll work with this. What are you working on right now? What are you building? What are you trying to do in this lifetime? Right? Those are big questions. What are you trying to do in this lifetime? There's more than one answer here, but there's a soul answer. And that usually is a thing that has a lot of aspects to it. But answer it however you do today. What are you working on right now? And just sense that answer. And just also sense what about the wound of the life might be stopping you or taking longer to do something because of the resistance, of the fear from the wound that thinks it can't heal, that hasn't forgiven itself. And I want you to bring all of this into the light of this meditation. And so call on light now. Light, light, more light. Call on more light to illuminate this conversation, this question, this answer. Call on light to illuminate the shadow. It's like a dark room, and you keep tripping over everything. It seems like no matter where you move, you're tripping on something. And then you realize, or you find the light switch, and you go click, and the light turns on, and there's just one chair in the center of the room. But we keep tripping around it, right? It's the one thing that affects 1,000 things. There's not 1,000 things wrong with us. There's one thing that affects 1,000 things. So there's that chair, and when it's dark, it just seems like we keep running into it. So light, light, more light. We call on it. And just in your own timing and way, light, calling on light to illuminate. And see what comes up as you move into the silence now. What are you trying to do as conscious soul in this lifetime? What is the wound, the chair that might be stopping you? Turn on the light and see. And see. Just by realizing this, it's already changing. When the conscious soul and the personality come together, it can be very quick or quicker. Right? The change, the remembering of who you are, why you're here. Light. Allowing light in the shadows, allowing light where you don't know, allowing light what you can't see, allowing light so you can see. And inside of that, I see, or I am seeing, or I'm beginning to see. I see. And feel that the wheels already turning of this deep inner work at this big full moon. The power of using this energy right now, putting it to work in those places that need it within us. And you can feel it already shifting, especially if you named it. It's already shifting. Good. Still in that light, in that illumination, in that brightness. Now, from that same point in the heart of the head, imagine a line of light going out, forward, through the ajna center, and giving this exercise in a sense, or this piece of work that you just did, giving it to the world. Almost like Tonglen, right? You're just offering now. Where there's darkness, let there be light. Where there's confusion, let there be clarity. Where there is deception, let there be truth. Where there is hatred, let there be love. You see, it's like a blessing. And you send it out from the work that you just did yourself. You give it outwardly to all beings. And you can see the veils coming off and the shadow being revealed. and the love coming forth, and the healing occurring. Peace, the abiding peace that is always there. Moving around our earth. As above, so below. As within, so without. And then just gently letting the breath get deeper. And as you do on your exhalation, just offering all blessings to all beings. 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 Om. Good, and then when you're ready to, letting your breath get deeper and fuller. Until it starts to feel natural to transition out of this meditation. And still in the light, bringing this light with you into your day, into your world, into your life. Let the light cast light out in front of you, so it's easy to know where to go. You just follow the light. Follow the love around. Follow the light. And it's already there. And we just tune ourselves to be able to recognize it, right? So we can recognize it. And it's easy to recognize love. And it's easy to recognize light. Right? If it's not love, it's not love. Right? So it's easy to see. And now you've tuned yourself in this meditation, calibrated yourself to it. So it'll be easier to see, even.